ho, ho. Scott Walker has got to go.
On February 11, 2011, Wisconsin Governor Scott Walker introduced a proposal for what would become known as the Budget Repair Bill.
Every member of our legislature knows that the people of Wisconsin will not quietly watch as the governor works to dismantle the very foundation of our democracy.
In addition to drastic reductions in state spending on education and other public programs, the bill also included a measure nearly eliminating collective bargaining rights for state employees. Reaction from Wisconsin residents affected by the cuts was swift, and protests organized across the state. On February 16th, public workers in Green Bay and those who supported their cause met outside the city's capitol to voice their opposition to Governor Walker's policies.
About what we're really willing to do. Because Walker has said he's not willing to listen. Walker has said it'll be my way or the highway. It's time that we think about what we are willing to do.
This marked the beginning of a political grassroots movement unprecedented in Wisconsin history. It was organized not only by public unions but also by individuals and aimed squarely at the fiscal programs laid out by Governor Walker. But support for the movement wasn't unanimous, and Wisconsin became politically polarized, divided between those who believed in Walker's financial conservatism and those who wanted a different approach to balancing the state budget. On the night of February 16th, there were no riots, no vandalism, and no arrests. In the weeks that followed, tempers would flare and the political discourse would become vitriolic. But the legislation and subsequent protests sparked an important debate, not only in Wisconsin, but across the country. Ordinary citizens were compelled to confront their own beliefs about the role of government and the realities of deficit reduction.
Today we are holding a rally to show our support for our faculty and staff.
The following day, February 17th, students at the University of Wisconsin-Green Bay staged a campus-wide walkout.
Governor Walker, in his first month of being in office, paid out in tax breaks and benefits and money $140 million to out-of-state corporations and groups that supported his campaign. We would have ended the fiscal year in the positive. We were on the track to be better now. We were already on that path, and he has ruined it. Now he's demanding that our public workers take the brunt of it.
Many professors took part as well, and they all gathered together outside to publicly share their concerns.
You know, Scott Walker in his ads has said that state employees have not carried any of the load of the current financial crisis in the state of Wisconsin, and that's not true. We've gone for at least 6 years with little or no pay increases. My earning potential is far less now than it was 6 years ago. State employees, university faculty have furlough, which amounts to a 3% pay decrease. So we have shared our share of the burden, and now he's asking us to share an undue portion of the burden compared to everybody else.
Teaching all of you and working with you in our lectures, in our labs, and our discussions to make a new group of people that treat each other with respect, whether they agree with each other or not.
In the end, the budget was passed, but the debate continues, and Wisconsin politics may never be the same. In the end, democracy will have the final word.
With our employer.
This affects me because it affects my education. I want grade A education, and if these professors aren't getting what they deserve, they're not going to stick around.
With the economic downturn, we've had an increasing enrollment of students, but because of the budget cuts, the hiring freeze that the university has been under, we have not been able to hire professors to meet the demand for classes. So that in turn has made us be much busier. We've been working on overloads, and like Patricia mentioned, we have been getting pay cuts through furloughs and no adjustment for inflation.
The budget proposal comes out on Tuesday, And if, like what happens every year, the UW system gets slashed, that's less money for professors, less money for staffs. A lot of these professors, it probably will mean some layoffs for the UW system.
Often for us, especially for an engineer like Patricia, it can be a factor of 3. I repeat, she could be getting 3 times more base pay if she were working for the private sector.
Because we're known for having good public education. That is a national reputation. And as soon as you start attacking those teachers and they leave, we're going to lose that. And that's going to be a loss of a huge part of what makes the quality of life in Wisconsin so good, that makes people want to move here.